On the track. Hope everyone is doing well and staying safe. Plenty of cricket to look forward to, especially this weekend. We have the Women's World Cup going on right now. Some really close games and exciting cricket, individual performances which have been catching the eye. There's been some mistakes as well. So overall, I feel that it's been a great World Cup so far. I've really enjoyed it, and I think more to come, hopefully, in the next few weeks. With the weekend coming up, we have the two test matches as well. We have India versus Sri Lanka and Pakistan versus Australia. The second test for both series, Pakistan versus Australia. The first test, the pitch copped all the criticism, and yeah, there's a lot of criticism of the Rawalpindi pitch and the way it was very flat and insipid, and there was not much entertainment that way. But despite so many people attending the game and coming to support Pakistan over there. Yeah, hopefully we get to see a better pitch. There is reports that the ball's going to turn a bit more here in Karachi. There's going to be it's going to be a bit drier. It's really hot as well there. So I think third or fourth day you'll see the pitch break up a bit, and you will see cracks there for the spinners to exploit. And yeah, I think that's what's going to happen in that test match for Australia. They haven't picked up wickets. Pakistan, even though they conceded runs, they did pick up, all 10 wickets. Australia have only picked up 3 wickets on that whole test match, bowling twice, and it's something that will concern them. Swepson is going to get his debut, so it's great news for him. The leg spinner, whether he is effective or not, that only time will tell. But he's someone who can, partner line and actually put pressure on Pakistan, especially if Australia do bat first and put some runs on the board. Then these two spinners can really put some pressure on the Pakistani batsmen. Pakistan as well will be looking probably, if they do bat first, put on the runs. Their openers are in really good form. Abdullah Shafiq and Imamul Haq. They've got their eye in that first test match, scoring the runs, finding the gaps. No issues against the fast bowling either. Yes, that pitch was really good to bat on. This will be a bit more challenging, but still runs on the board, and it'll give your batsman an individual confidence that way. And From Pakistan bowling perspective, Hassan Ali is back. He's back after an injury, and Fahim Ashraf has recovered from COVID, and he will also be probably playing. There's a lot of push for Pakistan to play three spinners, but I think they'll play two, and Fahim Ashraf will play the all-rounder role. He balances the side. He gives you the option with the ball, and also with the bat, he can come lower down the order and score those 50. So he does really, bolster this Pakistan team, and they'll be looking forward to having him back from that side of things. It's going to be an interesting test match. Really looking forward to it. Let's see what happens. Hopefully, the pitch plays to potential this time, and we get to see a result. But it's great to see cricket in Pakistan. That's for sure. The crowds are coming in. They're enjoying the cricket. They're supporting the Australian players as well. The likes of Warner dancing and trying to entertain the crowd. Labuschagne as well has been a popular character in this tour so far. So it's great to see cricket there, and you just want to see some entertainment as well on the field, and hopefully the pitch can provide that. Looking at the second test match between India and Sri Lanka, it's a pink ball test match. The first test match India won easily. Again, a lot of people are saying how many days is it going to take for India to win this test match. Again, they shouldn't take any opposition lightly, but this series has been very one-sided. This whole tour has been very one-sided. If you look at the T20 series, or now the Test series, has been very one-sided. India have dominated completely, and Rohit Sharma, the captain, has done a good job as well. Ravindra Jadeja, the all-rounder, has been the star of the show in that first test match. And they look to repeat this performance. It looks like Akshar Patel is back, so I think he'll replace Jayant Yadav. There's calls for Siraj to play as well because it's a pink ball test match. But we saw what happened in the last pink ball test match in India against England, and I think it was Ahmedabad, where Akshar Patel picked up 5-6 wickets. There was all talk that India will go with two spinners and three seamers, and they went with three spinners instead. And I think that's what's going to happen. Yes, if your seamer does get injured or something happens, which is unfortunate, then it can cause India problems in this test match. But I think just with the recent history and the way Akshar Patel has bowled in India, it's very difficult to drop him and ignore him. He's going to probably play, I think, and they will go with three spinners. With the batting lineup as well, probably more of the same as the last game. And everyone's waiting for that Virat Kohli 100. I think that's what it is. It's Rohit Sharma's 400 test match as well. So looking forward to that. Hopefully he performs as well. And Indian fans will be hoping for a Rohit and Kohli partnership, and really taking the game from Sri Lanka's hands. From Sri Lanka's point of view, there was glimpses over there, the likes of Asalanka, Nisanka, showing some fight. But again, they will have to try to up that performance and stick around, try to fight it out against India. It's not going to be easy. But yeah, expect some more from them. Hopefully, this pink ball will be difficult for them to face, but also they do have bowlers who can cause some issues. Shamira has been rested in the first test match to play this specific match, so he can cause some problems. That twilight period will be also crucial, I feel. And yeah, let's see how it goes from that point of view. Some exciting test cricket to look forward to on Saturday. And if we just move to the Women's World Cup, it's been very exciting. Like I mentioned in the beginning, yesterday's match, actually today's match between Pakistan and South Africa was another nail biter. Pakistan almost upsetting South Africa. But Shabnam Ismail, we talked about her before the tournament started. She's the bowler to look out for, and she showed her experience and her skill. Excellent fast bowler. She has that bit of pace which troubles batsmen. Very accurate as well. Can bowl the Yorker, can bowl the short ball, and he showed her skill. And they won by 6 runs in that match. India are playing West Indies today. The toss is around in an hour, so really looking forward to that game. West Indies right now are the team to beat. They've beaten England and New Zealand, two of the favorites to make that top four, along with Australia. And West Indies have beaten both of them. So West Indies looking really good in this tournament. They're up against the India side, who've had a mixed start. They beat Pakistan, but then they lost to New Zealand, the host. And West Indies have beaten the host. So West Indies will be the more confident side. They have Deandra Dottin. She's a star, and she's going to be an even bigger star after this World Cup is done. And yeah, I think West Indies have everything lined up from opening batsman, middle order, then their bowling as well. Fielding has been outstanding, especially from Dottin. That catch she took was brilliant. But yeah, I would say that the fielding standards overall in this tournament from every team has been an issue. They've dropped catches, all teams, and yeah, India will need to take the catches. Their batting, I think one thing they'll have to change is they have to be more aggressive in the power play. The likes of Smriti Mandana, she needs to play her shots and make sure that the strike is rotated, and she tries to find the boundaries as well. It can work with single doubles as well, but we saw that match against New Zealand. They consumed too many dot balls in that power play, and what looked like a reasonable target of 260 turned out to look like a 350 kind of target. So I think that's what India will have to be careful of. They'll have to rotate the strike, especially against this West Indies team, who are dangerous with the bat and ball, and for them strike rate won't be an issue, much like their men's team as well. So India will have to be very, very careful with the way they play. They'll have to be smart about it. They need to play some aggressive cricket. Yeah, you don't have to go all out, but you'll have to take the attack to the opposition, put them under pressure as well. Because if you try to soak up all the pressure, sometimes you're just going to crumble, and that's exactly what happened in that New Zealand game. Yes, against Pakistan, it was a great lower order batting performance, but even then the top order did not perform. We saw against New Zealand, Harmanpreet did step up, and that's great news. And now with her, you need the likes of Mithali and Smriti as well to step up and score those runs. Deepti Sharma comes one down. She'll also have to score those big runs. And yeah, let's see how it goes. It's going to be an exciting match as well in that thing. It's a very important game for India. West Indies, if they win this, then, they already have like a foot in the semifinals, I feel, because, there'll be three strong opposition. For India, a win is desperately needed because they have some tough opposition to go through after this. They have Australia, they have South Africa, they'll have England to play as well. And yeah, so they'll want to win this game, gain some momentum, and take it from there. But yeah, overall, I think it's been a great week of cricket, especially in the women's game, and hopefully we get to see some great action, Test cricket and the Women's World Cup on the weekend. Enjoy it, and we'll be back soon with the latest updates. Thank you so much for joining me.